Hello there, welcome everyone. Sorry about the announcement from earlier saying that this was going to be delayed. It turns out it's not. And I'll explain why. It's been quite a weird week. I feel like I'm simultaneously tired, but I feel like I haven't done anything because it just keeps getting interrupted by random bullshit. First with the refrigerator stop running, like literally just randomly. And then having to fix, having to help replace that, and then earlier today is just a lot of programming emergencies, not related to my game. Also, there was some programming shenanigans in my game, but that was unrelated to what happened earlier today. Just a lot of stuff happening at the wrong time. That's kind of messing up my week. Let me get the game open. I feel like I'm hunched over. I'm not even on camera yet. Hold on. Try not to be hunched over. Alright. Also, my hair is probably a fucking mess right now. We'll see. I always forget I could just move this to the other monitor and I could tell. There we go. Okay, we're good. Oh! What did I do? Oh, I should lock that. Also, I had to look at a VOD recently to check something. I'm gonna be more mindful about the placement of the webcam from now on, because I do feel like it is. It's the right project, right? Yeah. I feel bad that sometimes it's covering things and maybe people don't really care about it, but like there could be someone that watches the VOD after the stream and they do kind of care because they're missing on like something on the HUD. So I will start moving the webcam around if necessary. Okay. Let me pull up the tech doc. Anything new? I don't think so. Oh yeah, so I was looking at the bugs and stuff. I'm actually quite confused by one of the bugs. I don't know how it's possible that it can be done. Right, you can't read that. You can read... Shoot, I think I got rid of it. Hold on. I don't think there's anything new. Well, I need to do a pass on the bugs. Because right now I'm just focusing on the mechanics, but I need to do like a full pass on the bugs. All right, so here we are today. I've started this. Oh, and we can. Let's see. We got that one done. Oops. What else did I do last time? Let me look at the player here. Apply effects. So we did health buff and nerf. Sanity max. I think that's what this is. So get rid of buff or boost or whatever. Sanity max is done. Speed buff and nerf are done. I might be going back through this and doing a full overhaul. Okay, I hate it when this happens. Just there we go. Okay. All right. We're making progress, but I'm gonna be honest. This is probably gonna get pushed. But at this point, I know for a fact what I want for when the game releases in early access. All I want is the core gameplay and then the first level, and that is it. And after that, through the early access period, I will be adding, well, obviously I'll be fixing bugs and adding some of the more advanced gameplay mechanics. And then for the 1.0 release, that's when I'll start releasing like the final bits of gameplay mechanics, the black market and the what else was there? Gotta look down here. the map difficulties and all that. Yeah. That's when I'll get, yeah. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's for full release. Oh, here's the post release. This is early access release. This is post release. Yeah, more levels, black market upgrades. That's what it was, and the story for the player. Okay. Let's just get right into it, because today's gonna be super simple. It's either gonna be very easy or very annoying. I saw Daniel's here. Welcome. Okay, let me close everything. I did fix the equipment. I had to redo the whole equipment system, kind of, by shuffling some things around. So now, whenever you pull an equipment out, it will no longer be activated by default. It'll just be, like, out in the open. Say for, like, a torch or a flashlight, they won't turn on right away. Then you have to actually turn them on yourself. I did kind of fix the torch. I'm gonna be honest, if it's reminding me a little bit of Minecraft, I don't know why. But I do need to adjust the placement of that, actually. But the VFX are way better. And I figured out how to get the thing to not be lit up like a fucking Christmas light all the way down the torch. Basically, I just have to have the torch ignore one light, and then I have a second light on the torch that is specifically around the top of the torch. That's it. That looks a little silly. I'm gonna be honest, I might get rid of the torch entirely at this point, because it's just a pain in the ass. We'll see. Yeah, and then you can switch back and forth, and then you can even put it away entirely on equipping whatever equipment you're currently holding. Yeah, that's been fully overhauled. I should be good to go. I'm working on the lantern, the hatchet, the dynamite, a bunch of other stuff as well. Okay. So this is the plan for today. It's on the thumbnail, obviously, and the stream name. I need to get working on this puzzle system or component or whatever. And I have started it. I've set it up a little bit. And where did I leave it? In here? Yeah. Puzzle parent, puzzle components. Okay. So it's in the technical doc as well. I even redid this whole section as well. So basically, we're gonna have a couple different blueprints or actors that are gonna be working together to create a puzzle. I don't know how extensive this is gonna go, but I just want to make a basic puzzle system. One of the puzzles I have in mind right now involves this right here. Right now, the assets for this are a little funky. I need to figure out why the materials are so, like, off, I would say. Like, yeah, the materials did not really work with this for some reason. But when it's because this is like a different type of asset. And I could show you what it looks like normally. So when I import it straight up, this is what it looks like. It's all attached to each other. So I had to import it in a specific way to detach everything. You can see the materials are just fine. That one right there is, I think, this one. And you can see this is normal. I need to figure out why those materials are off. But for now, we're just going to work with it. So for this very first puzzle, the first type, I want to create a pipe valve puzzle where you have to turn the valve the valves in a specific order. So these will probably just be sitting around in the level, you know, behind a house or in a shed or something. There's not going to be an explanation for why they're there. They're just there. You know, like, a lot of puzzle games, they just have puzzles because they have puzzles. It's a because game. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, who Who goes to this village in the middle of nowhere to make a bunch of puzzles so that you struggle to get through to your objective, essentially? Like, what I'm thinking about is Resident Evil, essentially. Like, who takes the time to do that? It's just because game. It just exists for the gameplay purposes. So it's not going to make sense. But I will make sure that the puzzles fit with the levels. So I'm going to be creating at least 2 or 3 different puzzles for this first level. First of all, one of them is going to be super simple. It's literally just going to be a safe with a lock, like a combo. Actually, it's going to be... And then there's going to be like the regular containers, but with a lock. So I already got the door working with a lock and key. I just need a key asset to apply to the key. And I could do the same thing for the containers. I can add a lock to it, and those containers could have something special, like a note or something, or a vessel or whatever. Speaking of vessels, let me explain what Vessels is, the name of the game, at least for now. But Vessels is all about, I guess, treasure hunting, essentially. It's a treasure hunter game. It takes place in a world where spiritual energy flows freely throughout the world. And wherever certain types of negative emotional events, is what I call them, occur, such as events where pain, suffering, anger, sadness, despair, those types of events occur, they create vessels. That energy kind of, I guess, attaches itself to objects. And when you pick up the objects, the vessels, they kind of help tell a story. And you have to do a couple different things to unlock more of the story tied to that vessel. Once you've unlocked everything, you'll have the full story of the location. And in fact, I've already written the whole thing. At least the vessel notes. I don't want to call them entries, essentially. I've got all those written, but there's going to be some additional notes with other random stuff. That's where the puzzles will come in place. Or in, is that the right wording? Come and play. There we go. Alright, so that's Vessels. It's like a treasure hunting game. A little spooky. No combat or anything like that. You're just exploring and gathering items and trying to unveil the story of the location. And there's going to be puzzles and, you know, a full environment for you to explore. So let's get this puzzle shenanigans going. Okay. So, as per the Google Doc, the puzzle parent, which is the highest level asset or actor, blueprint, that is like the, what we call parent, essentially. At least in Unreal. In other engines, they might call it something else. Like the root, maybe. They might call it that. This will kind of keep everything together and verify that everything is in working order, and even help with making sure the puzzle is fully solved. So the parent will have a list of all the components, and those components will tell the parent when it's been solved. So when a component has been solved, say one part of the puzzle has been solved, then the parent will check, are all of them solved? If not, then continue working on the puzzle. And then once that puzzle has been solved, it will save to the player, and then you will never have to solve it again. At least not for that difficulty. There might be different difficulty-based puzzles as well. So the child, that's just the one type of a puzzle. So I'm gonna have the parent, which will be like the highest order in the whole system. The child will be just like a copy of that, but it's just like for one specific type of puzzle. That way I can like add anything that every puzzle will have access to the parent, and if there's something that only one type of puzzle will have access to, that goes on the child, essentially. And then there's the components, which will be all the interactable parts of the puzzle. And those will tell the parent, like I mentioned earlier, I've been solved. So check to see if the whole thing has been solved. So the component will store its solution. And that's it. I was thinking about doing solution randomization, but then I realized I kind of want solution to the puzzles to be in the worlds. Like there might be a note that reveals the order of which pipes you gotta turn the valve. I can't do that if the solution is randomized, so no randomization for that. Maybe there'll be a specific type of puzzle that will be randomized in the future. Maybe for like a higher difficulty level. But for now we're gonna keep it simple and have one solution. And then on the player, oh, that's just a note for me. Like whenever I'm interacting with a puzzle, the puzzle type will determine what kind of controls. What do the controls do? So like, is my mouse moving? Is that gonna move a component on the puzzle? If so, obviously we're not gonna let the player move when they're looking at the puzzle. I believe some of these might require a camera component to it, so we can add that in as well. So we can do that actually right now. Camera. So let's just add that to the component. So in the event the camera is needed to pan over to the puzzle component, the thing that we're interacting with, it'll look straight at the puzzle. Okay. So I was making sure everything was printing. So I think we don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of... let me make sure this is working. Or in working order. I had to remodel this shit. And by remodel, I mean just downsize it and make some few adjustments. I didn't actually make this. I think it's under XSwarm. So make sure the transform has been corrected, because this thing is massive when you actually put it in the level. But now I've updated it so it's always like this. Edit the pivot. The pivot's good. Same thing for this. Big transform. Edit the pivot. That's good. And then there's this thing in here that my phone was ringing. Big transform. Edit pivot. I think that's centered, yeah. Okay, we can get rid of this then. Okay. So let's go in here. Now we're gonna make a child of the puzzle parent. Basically, it's like a duplicate, but it's connected directly to the parent. So it accesses all the code on the parent, but it also can have its own code. Puzzle. I need to look at this. Manipulation order. That's such a weird name, I know. Oops. So that's the name of the puzzle type. And by manipulation order, that refers to the fact that the puzzle... Please, can I change the name? For this puzzle to be completed, you need to manipulate parts of it in order. Wait, why can't I edit the name? There we go. You need to manipulate parts of the puzzle in a specific order to complete it. So this would be like the valve needs to be turned in this order. The valves need to be turned in this order in order for the puzzle to be done. Okay. So we got the two at the moment. This one is just code selection. That's just the safe with the combo. That's simple. I'll probably do that off stream. So I'm gonna keep the puzzle parent open, the component, and the new child. Yes, edit please. Okay. So for sure we want that to be connected. So this, what this is doing right here, this orange node, is it's doing everything that the parent is doing here. We're just making sure everything is being done that needs to be done. Okay. So I'm trying to think how we're gonna do this. I think I want the components to be detached from the actual puzzle. That way I can just add as many interactive parts as I want. So we're gonna have not a macro, a variable. Oh, I guess we can put this on the parent. Puzzle components. Puzzle. Why do I have puzzle? Oh, that's the wrong variable. Or the wrong blueprint. Here we go. That's the... I keep clicking the wrong one. Oh, I already have it. Okay, I already have the puzzle components. Okay. I was debating how I do this. How do I make sure that the puzzle components are listed in the puzzle? Because I could add them to this array manually. Or I can put like a tag on it, like a basically like a name tag essentially that connects the two together. All right. So I'm trying to think in my head how we're gonna do this. Maybe we should start from the very bottom. So let's start with the component. So the solution will be set at the beginning, and then we're gonna also check the solution. I think there might also be a child to this as well. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the better idea. Puzzle component, child. Manipulation. Order component. There we go. Okay. Same thing here. So it's going to set its own solution in the actual child. Now we're going to override that function. Set solution. Okay, so it's a function. That makes sense. That's fine. So we could just get rid of that. Now it's overridden, and we can add whatever we want here. That way each puzzle component and puzzle type can do something different, essentially. So, for this, at least at right now, it's gonna be very simple. I'm just gonna click E on the component, and that's it. So we're gonna need a yeah, we've got that. We got a mesh. We'll set that in. We'll set that up in here, I think. Let's set that in here as well. Excuse me. Event. No, not custom event. Fuck. We'll do function. Trying to think of a name for this. Because we're already using set. Oh, we're setting solution. Set component. What are we listening to? Set component appearance. So we're gonna set the set mesh. We're gonna make variable from that. Puzzle component mesh. And we're gonna make that instance and editable and exposed. We're also gonna set the size of this This is actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull from the containers, and we're just gonna set the size of the box to the extent of the mesh. So it'll be a different size depending on the mesh, the actual thing you're gonna look at and interact with. So I think it's set extent, set box extent. I think it's get extent. I'll have to go back here. It's in here for sure. Ah. Oh, component bounds. Okay. No. Component bounds. Oh, excuse me? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Get component bounds. God damn it. Bounds. There we go. Box extent. I think that was it, right? Yeah. Box extent. And then I learned that in order for things to rotate correctly, you're better off rotating the actual component that is determining the extent of the box. So I would have to turn the component mesh instead of the whole blueprint. I think that's it for now. We might add more to this, but who knows? So we're gonna go ahead and put this out in here. And then that's the whole puzzle. There it is. Oh, right. The fucking camera. That's massive. I said so big. Ah, let's also set camera distance. Not distance. Let me put it on a spring arm. Spring arm. There we go. That would make it easier to set the camera distance, actually. Set rotation. Set relative rotation. Oh, we can set relative rotation and distance, or location. No, never mind. That was right. We're going to set the rotation of the spring arm, but we're going to set the distance of the camera. This will be a variable camera rotation. Editable, exposed. Oh no, I think it's the spring arm length, right? Oh yeah, it's spring arm length. Set spring arm length. Excuse me? Spring arm length. Target arm length. That's what it is. Again, another variable. I'm not used to target arm. That must have changed recently, or probably with Unreal 5. Editable, exposed on spawn. And then this is connected, right? No. So we're going to set the appearance and the solution. So we can... Okay, that's the default. We definitely don't want the default to be that big. Like, okay, the default should be like, what? 100? What is it here? 300, so we'll make it 100. Yeah, I think that's good. So say, for example, this door was locked because of a pipe. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I know, but like, what is this? Oh, that's the mesh. You would have to like turn the valves in the correct order, essentially. That would be the idea here. For testing purposes, I closed something, didn't I? Yeah, I closed this. There we go. Puzzle. This is just for testing. There we go. We can see the valve. We probably don't need the camera for this particular puzzle, but it's just there for now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we've set the appearance and any other variables. Now is the part that I'm dreading. Okay. So for this particular one, we are clicking on, we're interacting with the puzzle component. And then that has a specific order it needs to be solved in. So I think I remember. Contains an array. The component should be storing the solution, not the puzzle itself. So I can't put it here. I have to put it here. Or I guess here, but like, yeah. I guess what I could do is have set solution. There. Because we're already calling all of the components. Might as well set the loose solution here. So we don't need it here. So the solution is going to be different per puzzle. So we're going to have a oh fuck. Okay. I haven't done this in like 4 years. Something similar to this. For sure I need solution order. Yeah. Okay, so on here we'll have okay. Solution. No, we don't do that right there. So that's the solution right there. It's just gonna be a list of numbers. Trying to imagine it in my head, but this is what I was afraid of. I'm just so fried. Like, my brain is fried right now. It's been a hell of a week, and I just having trouble piecing this together in my head. Okay, so the parent is doing set solution. On the component, we are overriding set solution. So we're gonna get our parent ref, get solution. Did I not? Yeah, that's there. Okay, I see. Okay, we have to do where the component has the solution. Cannot have it on the puzzle. Because it's calling the parent. The parent must be completely independent here. Or the puzzle component must be completely independent here. All the component is doing is telling the parent that the puzzle has been solved. So maybe I don't need a child. I might not need this child. I could just have the puzzle parent and then the component with the child. The child of the component will be what determines what type of puzzle this is. Right now, let's operate under the assumption I don't need this. Okay. So, we need a solution here. I didn't put that in here, did I? I did. Because the solution in this type of puzzle might be a different type of variable in other puzzles. Okay. Okay. Hold on. So solution order. No, click on the right one. That's an array. Number. That is the actual number of this particular component. I think I want to do this. Don't want to do that here. No. Yeah, I do. Okay, so we need where is the thing? Why isn't it showing up? Oh, I can't edit it there. Okay, it's gotta be here. Int component int. This is where I'm starting to doubt this is gonna work the way I'm doing it. I really wish I could pull up the old puzzle system I had from a previous game I worked on, but I don't know if I could open that project. Like, literally, I don't think it'll open because it's so old. Plugins might be out of date. It just won't even run. There's no way to get that code, unfortunately. Component int. So get get copy. That's the int That's the number right there. So we're gonna set this. Some of these it's gonna be as simple as just setting a number. So that's the order of it. Okay. Okay. I'm getting a headache now from this. So now, if I were to click on one of these valves and it is the incorrect one, how do I handle that? What order in the hierarchy should handle that? First of all, something needs to keep track of which part of the solution we are looking for. Ooh, okay. You know what? I think we really, really do need this. The problem is that this self is referring specifically to puzzle parent. I think it needs to refer to the actual puzzle type that we want, which is this one. So I think this one has to do that. Copy all of this. I don't even think we need that now, but we'll see. Now self is manipulation order puzzle. Okay. We can go ahead and do this then, but we don't need that component int. Let's get rid of that. Instead, we're gonna grab that from some other way. Or some other way. What do you mean? Oh, this should be attached here. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So now, here we can store the solution. Puzzle solution. So for this type of puzzle, it's always going to be an integer array. Okay. The solution. Is there anything in here in the construction? No. Well, in case we ever need it, we'll leave it here. We're going to add... Actually, no. Leave that as is. Leave that as is. So that will be editable and exposed. We're just going to manually input the code. The solution, essentially. So I gotta be careful, though, because that's going to require me to make sure that both the puzzle and the component, or no, the puzzle, the solution and the component arrays are identical in size. That's how I have to do that. They have to be the exact same length. So right now, let's just set up a test. You know what? Let's do this real quick. Where is under fab pipe? So I think it was this one. Yeah, that one. and this thing. I think there's a way to weld stuff together. Oh, you know what? Let me make duplicates of these. Duplicate that. Dupe. And then duplicate this. Dupe. I want to weld these together. I think there's a way to do it. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Gotta slow the camera down because this movement is going to make me sick. Can I get a perspective view of this? Oh boy. How far away am I? There we go. Front. Is that correct? Wow. Okay. Front. It is not perfect though. It's slightly off. Actually, maybe that. Oops. Honestly, it doesn't need to be perfect. I think this is fine. Is this the right rotation? Yes. I don't know what exactly this like component is doing here. This thing is doing in here, but like it's fine. For now, it's fine. You're not even gonna see that part, but that's fine. I might even have it some of the puzzles where the valve is missing, or part of the puzzle is missing. Okay, I need to weld these two together. I think you can do that. Model. It's somewhere in here. Merge? There we go. Now, where's this asset at? Browse. Ah, oh, interesting. It just puts it in its own folder. Okay, let's move that out. Let's put that in. I have a new edited assets folder. So anything I edit goes in there. Okay. So we're going to delete that. On here, we're going to add... that's on here, right? Yeah, set appearance. So I want to set appearance override. Set appearance over. We're going to keep that. We want that. We're going to add an additional mesh here. Add mesh. Static mesh. Secondary mesh. We'll just put it on the child for now because this isn't that important. What the point of this is, that's just going to be the pipe essentially. We're going to grab this. I'm just so lazy I don't want to type it out. Oops. For the secondary mesh. Oops. That's going to be its own variable. Oh, right, I guess it can't be the same name. Second, what is the puzzle component mesh? So now when we put this in here, manipulation order component. Oh, I guess we already have one. We do not want to do this if there's no mesh reference here. Is valid. By default, it's always invalid because there's no actual asset in there. But when I set it manually, there will be an asset, so we'll do that. Okay. So go in here. There we go. We're gonna have to move things around, aren't we? Yep. That's fine, because I'm gonna have to move stuff around anyways. Because we're gonna have to add pipes above and below it and around it, whatever. There we go. That fits like a glove. Perfectly. Perfect. Yeah, that camera zoom definitely has to go in for sure, but like I'm not concerned about the camera right now. Okay. Going back to this. Close that. So we're getting the solution from the puzzle type. So this has the solution. Oh, and puzzle. This is gonna suck because this is a specific type of component. The parent. I think I just gotta do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove it from here. Remove it from the parent. That way, the child determines what type of component it has. Not the base. We want the child. Puzzle. Manipulation puzzle. Component. Oh, oops. This is starting to get confusing. I gotta think of better names for this shit. Toasty, you can repair the sport boat, right? No, you cannot. From what I remember. There we go. Okay, we're gonna still make it set its own solution, but we are submitting. What is it called here? Puzzle solution. Let's just puzzle solution. Let's keep it consistent. Okay. So the order it is in the puzzle component list, that's the order they must be solved in, essentially. So we're gonna get solution int. This is an integer, one singular, please. First of all, each one set puzzle solution. Hello? Is this on the parent? No, it's not on the parent. It's in here. Hello? That's the right type of puzzle component, right? Yeah. Puzzle order component. Puzzle order component has that variable. Why can't I access that? Hold on. There it is. What the hell is that? That's the solution order. Or the solution. I don't think we need this. Okay, solution order is what this should be called. We're not setting the solution order here. Actually, it might be... See, I'm making changes on the fly, and it's kind of going against what I have in the design doc, or the tech doc. Oh, geez. We're setting the solution. How do I get this thing to have the correct number? I guess what I could do is re-add this. Or a component. Yeah, we'll integer. We'll re-add that. And that's just the order that it's in. So that's the order. I think that's it, basically. Yeah, so now it has the solution and the order. So now we're gonna set solution. Component solution. So the solution order is what number to get from this. Well, now that I think about it, I could just set the solution from here. That. Oh, solution order. That's gonna be bothering me if it's not gonna. That's gonna bother me if it's not consistent. I think there'd be a simpler way to doing this. Not this isn't overly complicated. It's just I could do it all in here. Okay. So we do also need a solution int. So this is how we're gonna keep track of what order we're in right now, like what component needs to be hit next. Okay. So now we can get to the fun part, hopefully. First I should make sure this is even colliding with the player. Event begin. Overlap event and overlap. Oh, I could do I have an interface in here? I could add the interface. Is the puzzle getting a player reference? No. Is the component getting a player reference? No. Let's not add another player reference. Let's just do interface. Vessels interface. I think just the component needs it, because the component has a reference to the puzzle parent, so there's no need for those two to be connected through interface. So now we're going to the interface. We're gonna add puzzle component interaction. Okay. There's a whole mess of things I gotta add in here now. Oops. Okay. Nothing there. Toggle. Okay, so we're gonna need something added for this. Inspected object type. Okay. Inspected object type. Puzzle. Hopefully there won't be need for different types of puzzles in here, but we'll see. Manipulate, or let's not use that word. I don't like that word now. Basically, this will be whatever it says on screen whenever you're looking at a puzzle. Solve puzzle. Okay. And that should handle everything there. Component. This has to be a specific collision type. Oops. It's already an interaction. Okay. I think that's right. Interaction capsule. Yes, it only overlaps interactions. And that is an interaction type overlapping interactions. Okay, perfect. So that should collide and interact. I think that's it. There might be more I gotta do. Oh yeah, in here, interact on click. So now we have oh shoot, we're gonna need, okay, does that have that? Door. Tag. Oh, door. Okay. What was the other thing? Light switch? I honestly don't remember where I put the light switch. Lights. Oh! No! My worst nightmare. What's the light switch? Yeah, light switch. Okay. So we'll have to add a tag here. Puzzle. It's gonna be spelled exactly the same. So if it's a puzzle, puzzle component interaction. There we go. So for this particular puzzle, though, it's going to be rather simple. All we're doing is clicking it, essentially. Or not necessarily clicking it. Okay, so let's get puzzle. There it is. So we're going to do this. We're going to take our excuse me. I guess component solution and puzzle solution are exactly the same. Because this is so simple. It's just a number order, not a code. Like just the order in which we're selecting the or we're interacting with the puzzle. Well, okay, so let me think. So say this puzzle had 4 pipes to it. Let's put in a fake solution for now. Can I... Where are... Oh, it's the puzzle, which is on the floor. Aren't I supposed to have puzzle components? There it is. Puzzle components. Well, that's fine. I'm just gonna make a theoretical. Okay. I guess 3, 4. Oops. 4, 1, 2. Which again, I guess I could just put them in order. The order is the solution order. So the order in here is the solution order. So I don't need all of this then. I just need... I don't need solution order. I don't need this then. I feel like this is a waste of a function here at this point. Maybe other puzzles will utilize it better, but we'll see. Because this one's super simple. Okay. So there really is no point in having the solution. Well, this is. Oh my god, this is breaking everything that I wrote. This is what sucks about this. I almost want to start over. I might start over, like finish this and get it working and then start over. Maybe iterating on it would help. It's just this is kind of going against everything that I wrote in the doc. Because the solution is on the component. Why is it on the puzzle here? That doesn't make sense. That's what I don't like about this. I think it might have to be on the puzzle child. Because every puzzle is different, it's going to have a different type of solution. So yeah, maybe this makes more sense. Okay. We'll see what happens. Okay, so puzzle component. Component solved? Question mark? That is going to be a, please, a Boolean. We're gonna have another function here, so check puzzle, I think. Yeah, check puzzle component. Because we're also gonna have one that's called check puzzle. Check puzzle component. There's gonna be an output of this for the variable is solved. Or component solved. Okay. So we're gonna get our puzzle parent, right? Check puzzle component. Okay, we're not going to do that. Oh my god, this is driving me crazy because now I'm seeing so many issues potentially coming up. I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing from scratch. Like the problem hasn't arisen yet, but I already can tell. Cause like for here I would need to override it. But I can't add an input to it. I kind of need to. Which kind of, at this point, is defeating the purpose of the parent. If everything is moving over to the child... I can't do this. Because if I were to add... If I were to add input component puzzle component ref. puzzle component. I can't grab. This is specifically the puzzle component parent, not the child component, which is what I need. It's almost as if this would benefit from being completely separate blueprints, like for every type of puzzle. But I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Set solution component int what was it called? Solution int. This is this is still the parent. Didn't I change that? It's right here. Oh, I guess I haven't. That's so annoying. This is getting out of hand. This is getting severely out of hand. This is not good. I don't like this. I almost want to restart right now. Like from scratch. Okay. We're gonna use an enumeration instead to differentiate the puzzles. I do not like the way this is going. It's giving me the ick. Okay. Obsolete. Yeah, it's giving me the ick. Get out of here, all of you. We could keep this. This will be our enumeration. Let me get rid of... put this in order. Okay. 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 Close all this. This is where iteration is very important, but like the way that this was going, I just did not want to continue. Puzzle parent. We'll just, it's fine if it's the same name. Okay, I cannot have any childs. I think the way that this is, the way it's going, there cannot be any children. So we need mesh. We'll add 2 because we're probably gonna need a secondary mesh. Primary mesh. That'll be the interactive one. That's gonna have a collision. Secondary mesh. That'll be like the thing that the primary mesh is on. So the pipe would be the secondary mesh. The primary mesh would be the valve. Okay, we also need the camera. And the spring. Excuse me. On the primary mesh. Camera goes on the spring arm. Let's set this to 75 for now. Okay. I guess I could open this and just copy and paste things over. It wasn't in here. It was in the component. Right. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. This all goes on the component. Not on here. This is just for storing the solution, not storing the solution. Checking if the components have been solved. Okay, there we go. This is gonna have the set appearance. So we're gonna do this. We're just gonna copy that and that. Right, custom that. Make it a function. So this is for the primary mesh. Promote to variable, primary mesh. We can't call it primary mesh. Primary mesh. There. This will be. We also need this one open. This is for... Oh, components. God damn it, I'm adding it to the wrong place. Create. Nope. Create. Secondary mesh. And then create. Okay. And then just for testing, we'll put it here. Oh, okay. All of those have to be... Let's close everything that's old. Editable. This is the old one. See, that's confusing. Let's put these in better order. So now I drag in the new puzzle. We'll just put it in the floor for now. The new component. Let's make the default 75. Hello? Alright. Excuse me. It's like... Why is it like that? Why is it snapping back and forth? Oh, I think I set the fucking thing in the wrong place. Why is it snapping back and forth? It doesn't make sense. Oh, it's in the wall. Fucking idiot. Goddamn cameras. Daniel, what's your favorite expansion region? It's a question for Daniel. Primary mesh, valve. Secondary mesh, I'm gonna rename this. Pipe. Puzzle pipe. Sure, why not? And then that's gotta be moved up forward. Oops. primary mesh. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the interface on again. This needs a tag puzzle. The box needs to be an interaction type. Custom interaction, overlap everything. Generate no, I guess it doesn't technically need overlap events. That's fine. Okay. It needs the interface. Puzzle component interaction. Put that there for now. Okay, we've set the appearance. We've got that going. I guess the puzzle does need to have the solution on it. Okay. We're gonna do puzzle type. Puzzle type. What is that called? Puzzle solution type. We'll just call it puzzle type. Puzzle type. That's gonna be editable. So what I could do is I could have different functions. So this is solution set solution 1 or manipulate order. I think that's correct, right? Manipulation order. And then we'll have a different one for each type of puzzle. And then in the puzzle, in the parent, I can just edit the input and output, making it a lot easier. So we're just gonna have a. This is gonna. I hope this works. I just feel like it might be easier doing it like this. No, children, just keep it on the 2 blueprints. Okay. So if we're gonna be using manipulation, if this is a manipulation order puzzle, again, name's weird. I'll change the name at some point. We're gonna use this set solution. So we're just gonna have to have variables for all different types of solutions, unfortunately. So the solution type for this is an int. Puzzle. We'll do same thing, manipulation order. This will be an int array. We're also going to need component array. Oops. Array. Puzzle. Oh, this is going to be component. The components. That's got to be editable. This has got to be editable. For each loop. We are setting the. We're quite literally setting the solution. So, solution order int there. Okay. And then we're gonna have to move things out a bit here and there. that's perfect for that. So now, the puzzle. Oh, this is on the wrong. I put that on the wrong thing. I put that on the puzzle parent. That's supposed to be on the component. Just get this. I gotta end the stream soon. So we gotta do this quick. It's gonna need a solution order. Order, manipulation order. And so if there were more than one type of puzzle solution, it would show a bunch of those, but different types. Okay. So now we're taking the solution order. That is remote solution order. Perfect. That's simple for this type. Okay. So now we're gonna take this. We're gonna make our function check solution, puzzle solution, component solution. Because we're also gonna have puzzle solution, which is checking the whole thing. Check component solution. We're gonna need to have a. This is gonna get complicated. Solution order. We're gonna need an output. Component solved. Boolean. See, I've already caught up with what I've done so far. Actually, it might be a good idea to start doing this more often. Maybe struggle for 2 hours off stream to try something new or newish, and then recreate it on stream to I guess make it better, more efficient. I think I might start doing that from now on. Whenever something new comes up, like a fully new mechanic, I'm not versed in. This is something I've done once 4 years ago, but I can't access the project anymore. I can't even look at the code anymore. Yeah. Okay. Good. So, okay, so this is where the puzzle type is going to come in handy. Okay, so we're also going to need to set the puzzle type. Puzzle type on the component. Puzzle type. Toasty, should I empty my brother's Jack Daniels and fill it with iced tea? I wouldn't do that. That will piss him off, and that is expensive stuff. Unless you want to lose a hand or two. I wouldn't. Ah, that's disconnect. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna get this. Switch. And we're gonna do we're gonna get our puzzle. We don't have a puzzle parent ref. Puzzle parent ref. Puzzle parent. Oh shit, which one is it? That's what we gotta rename these. At least the puzzle parent. I didn't click in anything. I just obsolete. Yep. Was a parent. That we're just gonna set in here. We're gonna change this to just set puzzle. Component. Set component. Set component. Setting the component, including all the variables, the solution order, puzzle type. Self. And there, we don't have to worry about self being a different type of puzzle, blueprint entirely. Because now it's just the one. Okay. As a parent ref, check. Oops. There we go. So we're checking, we're inputting the number from the actual component. This is component 1 or 2 or whatever. We're gonna go in here. We're going to see, is this valve that we've interacted with the one that is supposed to be interacted with first or next, essentially. So we need solution int. Solution int. That'll be a singular one. So this will always start at 1. I guess we could do 0. That's fine. Let me make a note. Nah, that's. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. So this equals that. Let's see, what's your favorite alcohol? Because Project Soundboard Build 42 might have it. Whiskey. It'll have it. It's Kentucky, right? It'll have it. It would have had it before. Probably. Besides that, tequila. But, yeah, whiskey. So if it's true, we're going to return component solved. If it's false, we're going to reset that to 0. And then we're going to set all of the components in this puzzle to reset themselves. So this needs to be is solved. Or components solved. Components solved. That should be a variable. Or a boolean. Okay. So if that's true, then nothing would happen. Okay. Actually, from this end, nothing else happens, I think. Oh, no. There's one more thing we do there. We're going to do check puzzle solution. So that's what we're going to do after that. Once, if a component has been solved, we're gonna do check puzzle solution, and to see if all of them have been solved. For each loop, component. Hello? Oh, we need a for each loop with break. Because if one of these ends up being false, we need to break the whole thing and cancel it. Okay. That goes there. That goes there. If it's true, keep looping. If it's false, we're going to break. We're actually going to do a sequence here because I think I might need to do an additional thing. So we're going to break. We're also going to reset. Actually, no, we don't need to do that here. We're not resetting anything. We just need to break, which will stop the whole thing from completing itself. And then completed, this is where the solution will be. The completion. Puzzle completion. Return node. Nope. Reroute node. There. That's where the solution will go. The reward, essentially. Holy shit, this is going by so much faster. Yeah, I need to do this more often. Okay. So, if we're checking the puzzle and it's false, first we need to set the puzzle into, or solution into 0. Then we're going to take all of the components. First of all, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Set component solved to false. And then on completion, we're gonna do this. Component solved. So then when it gets to here, it'll be false, so it won't even bother checking the rest of the puzzle because the full thing has been reset. I don't know if I have time to test this. I am happy with the speed in which I was able to do this recreation of the whole thing. But I do want to end the stream now. I know it's much earlier than normal. Normally I go for 2 hours for these streams, but I do want a break. I'm just tired. This week has been hell, and it's only Wednesday. But that's the first part of it. I think maybe I'll do puzzles part 2 next week, just to continue working on this. I think I'll finish this puzzle off stream and maybe get one of the other puzzles set up. I just gotta think, like, I don't know what exactly I want in terms of puzzles for this village, but this one kind of fits. I know for sure there's gonna be a combo safe where you just need to input the number and that's it. So it'll have to like check the number order and everything, make sure it's correct. That should be easy. That's very simple. There's probably a million guides for that online. Yeah, we're gonna end it short here. Holy shit, this song is pretty good. I like it. What is this one called? Lights, Camera, Action, Studiopolis. Oh, it's a Sonic song from Sonic Mania. Ah, right. The whole Sonic Mania soundtrack is in here because that's a fan-made game. That makes sense. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like for the live stream, especially considering this had like monetized music or copyright music. Please leave a like for the algorithm. I'm gonna need the help, please. Thank you. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. There'll be more game dev streams every Wednesday, probably for the foreseeable future. I don't want to take any more breaks from this anymore because I took 3-week breaks here and there, and it's not good for the game project. I need to do these streams every week. So yeah, tomorrow normally I would have the day off, but because it is Duck Detective release day, I'm going to be playing the new Duck Detective game. It'll be the full playthrough, I think. So I'm going to probably start as soon as I possibly can and go as late as I need to until it's done. It's like a 3.5-ish hour game. So yeah, I should be able to do it in the normal stream time. Friday will be Fallout 4. Saturday is more The Long Dark. Sunday is Schedule 1. And then, of course, game dev next Wednesday. All right. That's it. Check out the lore videos for The Lone Dark. Part 3 of a mini series is out now. Part 4 will